Veterans re-entering civilian life face many challenges, including finding a job. Hi, I'm Monto Williams. Welcome to this edition of Military Makeover Operation Career. Today we have 4 inspirational stories of former servicemen and women who have reinvented themselves and are excelling at companies who value their unique skills. Now more than ever, our nation's warriors and veterans need advanced educational skills not only to survive, but to thrive in today's competitive workforce. At Columbia College, they can find those opportunities for a brighter future.
Columbia, Missouri, home to the main campus of Columbia College, whose wide and diverse population of students includes thousands of veterans.
I actually was dropped into the jungle to meet my platoon for the first time. The first orders I had were to get my unit out of the area because B-52 bombers were coming in to drop a carpet of bombs through the jungle. I was wounded there, couldn't dodge the bullets.
I deployed in 2021 to Afghanistan to pull the people from Afghanistan back to Qatar when all that happened during the summer.
I joined the service because I wanted to serve a higher purpose, and I wanted to feel as though I was protecting the rights of our country.
3 heroes, 3 different stories. What they all have in common is Columbia College, whose diverse curriculum serves both traditional as well as non-traditional students, from graduating high schoolers to older adults, to active duty warriors as well as veterans. The quest to better themselves and their country is a common theme.
My transition into Columbia College wasn't easy. At that time, I was nearly homeless and didn't always know where meals were going to come from, didn't always have money in my pocket.
Moving from Puerto Rico to Missouri with 0 English, it was a lot at first.
Columbia College is committed to managing that change with convenient locations across the United States, including many on military sites.
We became the first college in the country to be actually physically located on a military installation. We've got a Veterans Center on campus, which serves as a social gathering place, but it also serves as a place where they can have access to virtual services that we offer all over.
You can congregate with your veteran brothers and sisters, and they can help you out.
Yeah, anything that would bring more awareness to the house and the service.
Our staff is trained to identify and help individuals who may be having difficulties making the transition from military life to civilian. It's a very hands-on way for us to stay connected.
I came here because the Columbia College support the military family. My son was born in 2012 and needed surgery. Anytime that my son was sick or I had a medical appointment, I was able to take the day off at school.
There's a benefit on both sides. Veterans create a huge impact to this institution because we have core values, and then also the leadership that we garner.
We bring our special skills that we learn in the field and resilience to overcome any challenge.
They exert mature influence over our younger generation.
All skills that Columbia College encourages in those pursuing a rewarding path in higher education, particularly their military enrollees.
Growing up, didn't know who I was as a person, didn't really have a voice. The first time I had been exposed to the military was while I was at Columbia College. I remembered what it felt like to march with my fellow airmen, saluting family and friends. At that moment, I felt like this is where I need to be.
The Army, they give me pretty much everything. I'm here because of them, and I want to give them back what they gave it to me.
Our staff and faculty are devoted to doing the best they can to assist these students, and that is reciprocated by their appreciation and their dedication.
They will support you and take you to a different level in your life. Don't waste one more day.
Columbia College, investing in our country's future.
When disaster strikes, it can seem like all is lost. At that moment, you'll want the help from those who've been trained at dealing with a crisis. Today, we're visiting a company that restores hope to their customers, a company that employs veterans for their invaluable experience.
First Onsite is a company that is special. We are a fast-growing company, but we never lose sight of the people. And I think anyone that walks in our doors feels that. one of the really neat things about First Onsite is that we not only go in to rebuild buildings, we help people in their time of need. If there's a hurricane or a flood in your basement, someone's there that pays attention to them, that listens to them, that helps them start to rebuild their lives. The military world have already built that into the way they think. They have the resources and the training to be able to apply knowledge in unusual ways to make sure that we can get the job done. So it's a great way for us to take a look at what they've learned in the military and apply it to what we need in our industry.
I started in a reserve unit, and upon graduating high school, I went active duty. I was a combat medic, so I traveled throughout Germany supporting the infantry units. Once I got out, it was like, what am I going to do? I wasn't really sure what kind of support that they had for veterans, and sometimes, you know, there was even a little bit of kind of anger and resentment. You know, like, what do I do? How do I put my life back together after having been in this type of environment? In 2017, when Hurricane Harvey hit, I was looking for companies that were looking for volunteers to do cleanup. And First Onsite happened to be one of the companies that I applied for. And within 48 hours, I was on site. Everything I was doing in the military, except for the medical aspect, I am doing with First Onsite. I've gone from combat boots to steel-toe boots, from wearing a Kevlar to a hard hat, from wearing a rucksack to a backpack. Even though it's in the civilian world, I still consider it being called to serve. We have quite a few veterans with the company that I've spoken to, and we all kind of talk about how the things we learned in the military impact our ability to perform within the company.
I joined the Marine Corps to escape poverty. With my mom being a single mom on disability, with 3 kids, you know, there wasn't a lot of options. So when I got out, it's like, what do I do? Being a military person coming into this type of field or choosing this type of career, you can grow. The skills that a veteran learns in the military, they transition very well into our career. I was only in the Marine Corps for 3 years, and I'm a senior project manager. If I'd been in 20 years, I'd probably be president of the company. It is one of the best decisions I ever made coming to work for First Onsite. Even though we're the second largest restoration company in North America, there's still a sense of family, of community that we have.
First Onsite is a place that you can come, be yourself, and continue to grow. We're looking for people that enjoy coming to work and want to be part of a community that does good for other people.
There's resources out there for people. There's companies that, you know, will help veterans.
There are so many transferable skills that you learn in the military, and that's something that we look for every day.
People that are transitioning out of the military, consider First Onsite, because I'm sure you'd find a place here.
Power Design is a national design build contractor focused on innovative construction across multiple trades, including electrical, mechanical, plumbing, and systems technologies. We headed to St. Petersburg, Florida, to learn how transitioning veterans are building promising careers at a company where the skyline has no limits.
Ranking amongst multiple national workplace lists, Power Design prides itself in providing its employees with top-tier training and lots of opportunity for growth. Josh Nelson is their Director of Technology Experience at Power Design, currently overseeing a support team, a product release team, and the ingestion of ideas for the company's innovation program.
I joined the United States Marines in 2003. I served as Information Systems Chief for 2nd Tank Battalion, and that really laid the groundwork for the last 20 years in the IT field. A lot of companies have core values put on the wall and things like that, but I believe Power Design really operates by them. And a lot of those are very similar to what I experienced in the military. Integrity, innovation, accountability, teamwork, and growth. And I've been able to continue to really thrive in this environment because of that. Power Design really strives for excellence in everything that it does. We not only push the limits, but we define new ones, whether it's e-scooters or electronic vending machines or face-to-face experiences at our tech deck. That's exciting for me.
U.S. Air Force veteran Dave DeCaleta joined the Power Design team in 2012 as a superintendent. After being transferred to Florida to develop and oversee a superintendent training program, Dave was promoted to his current position as Senior Project Manager.
My time in the U.S. Air Force really began right after high school. I scored really high in electrical on the exams, so I got to choose my job, and I chose the avionics electronics and worked on the fastest single-engine jet in the Air Force ever made, learning the technical skills and the leadership skills that would be necessary to move me forward in my career after the Air Force. Prior to Power Design, I've been through the apprenticeship and worked my way up to superintendent. When I came into St. Pete, probably within 10 minutes, I knew this is where I wanted to be. Fast forward 1 year, I was running multiple projects, advanced to senior superintendent. A year and a half later, I got a call from the CEO. She offered me a position as a field trainer. And from there, moved to senior project manager. And right now, I'm managing multiple projects throughout Florida.
After transitioning from the U.S. Army into the civilian workforce, Dan Richardson joined Power Design in 2015. He currently works as a superintendent, managing several job sites throughout California.
My time in the U.S. Army developed me as a young man. After being deployed a few times overseas, I began to develop a sense of who I was and my purpose. But one of the best skills that I've learned in the military was how to manage people and how to take care of people. And when you do that, people will take care of you as well. The teams that we have at Power Design help one another with that same type of mindset. Working for a company that supports veterans, this is near and dear to my heart. You cannot beat that feeling when they said, hey, I support you, or I got you, or I understand you, helping you to get to that next level in life.
Even though we're a big national electrical, plumbing, systems, mechanical contractor, it still feels like a family company.
We continue to push, we continue to strive, and really just want to be the best in our field that we can be.
To find out more about Power Design's innovative career opportunities and veteran hiring initiatives, visit veterans.powerdesigninc.us.
By hiring veterans with years of experience as leaders, Harvard continues to keep businesses of all sizes as clean and safe as they can be. Take a look at this.
Now, more than ever, keeping your company safe and clean is the top priority. The Harvard companies, Harvard Maintenance, Harvard Protection Services, and Harvard Services Group have been providing janitorial and security services to hundreds of companies. It's really all about people, partnerships, and innovation, using data-driven information combined with technology and increased training. As a U.S. Air Force veteran, Diana Novice uses her skills within the company to recruit more talent.
In the military, you are exposed to a lot of types of people, different backgrounds with different points of views. And so you work with those type of people, and I think it's very useful in the workplace. I recruit talent for Harvard, basically corporate positions. So anything from finance, human resources, management roles. When you go through resumes and you see a veteran, you see that they've been in the military, I particularly take an interest on that because I know that there are skills that they can bring to the table. Even if they don't have the actual experience, those are skills that they already bring with them, right? You don't have to teach them.
After serving in the U.S. Army, Jeff Inc. spent 2 decades gaining experience in the operational field. He now heads up their Eastern Region janitorial operations.
I was lucky enough to get an appointment into West Point and attended the United States Military Academy for 4 years, where I played football there. Upon graduation, I was commissioned as a second lieutenant into the field artillery part of the military. Spent 5 years active duty as an officer, leaving the military as a captain. And in the military, every unit has a mission to accomplish. Everybody has a role and a piece in that, whether it's turning wrenches in the motor pool, whether it's providing safe fires for our people, and leading in combat. I needed a company that had a vision, a mission, had core values, took care of their people. Safety was important, teamwork was important, similar to the things that all the folks in the military have to deal with.
Ricardo Rowe is a proud U.S. Marine veteran. With 13 years of experience under his belt, he continues to welcome the next generation of vets.
I went into the military 18 years old. The United States Marine Corps was my first job. I didn't have a job before that, so coming out, I didn't know anything. Law enforcement or security seemed like, I guess, the easy choices as far as things you can get into. But once I did get a job, then, with the skills I learned in the military as far as leadership and professionalism, and stepping up and taking initiative, I was able to get more and more promotions and just keep moving up and up and up. I was working at a building, and one of the higher-ups from Harvard stopped there to check on his security guards. I was working in a different capacity for a different company, and he just happened to see me there, and based on my appearance, I just looked professional. I looked like somebody who he wanted to be a part of his company, and that came from being in the military.
One of the things that brought me to Harvard that caught my attention was the inverted pyramid, how they put people first. And that, in general, as a whole, it's anyone, right? Employees, clients, they definitely do that.
If you're in a building that's operating, you have people, whether you're producing something or you're in a corporate setting, we're providing the deep cleaning, we're providing the disinfection, we're providing the health and safety and sustainability support that people can come in and work safely.
I think that anyone who's looking for a home can see Harvard as a place where they can come work and be happy.
For more information, visit their website, harvardmaint.com.
Great to see that after sacrificing so much to a military service, today's veterans were able to shine at these outstanding companies. I'm Montel Williams. Thanks so much for joining us today on this episode of Military Makeover Operation Career. We'll see you next time.